I have dyslexia, and I know that many people are not aware of what dyslexia is, and it's classified as a learning disability. And there have been quite a few notable people who've had dyslexia, such as Einstein, as well as Richard Branson of the Virgin Group, and plenty more. But there's nothing to stop people with dyslexia really achieving great things like that. But if you're going to be thinking, well, hang on, what is dyslexia? Technically, it's the way the two halves of your brain communicate is a bit different, and it really affects everyone in a completely different way. Because dyslexia is the main category. You have subcategories. The biggest subcategory is also called dyslexia, which is the one I have, which is all about problems with words and writing. And I am slow at writing, but I am also slow at reading. But then I'm very, very good at maths and computers. And for me to learn a computer language, it's pretty instant. I just understand them immediately. Whereas for me to learn a human language, I do have big problems. But then I've never had problems writing huge amounts of text and understanding them, but you will see spelling mistakes and other problems. I would never get a job as an English teacher. However, you understand me when I'm speaking English. But then, if I look at my education and see what help I've had, I really haven't had any help, because when I was in school, the government decided that they would save money by not giving anyone help in dyslexia and just officially not recognise that it existed. But then when I turned 18 and went to university, the government changed their mind and officially recognised dyslexia existed. So I was able to get financial assistance for university for two specific things. First of all, I had money for lessons with somebody who was a specialist teacher in dyslexia. However, because the government had only just changed their mind, there was only one school in Bristol for children with dyslexia for 5 to 11-year-olds. And I was 18 and I was going to one of the most prestigious universities in the UK. So a school that only catered for people up to 11-year-olds just wasn't able to help me at all, and they sat me down, had a chat with me and this other guy who was also going to Bristol University, explained they couldn't help us, and so I had money that I couldn't spend, and the government kept that bit of money. There was another sum of money that I had to spend on a computer, because if I do word processing things, then the spell check is really useful, and also the thesaurus, and it highlights grammatical errors, and so there's that. But this was in 1993, and computers in 1993 were not very good at mathematics equations. So with me doing a mathematics degree meant that I really couldn't do the maths equations in anything I word processed. So I couldn't use this word processing package for my maths degree, which meant that my mother got to use my computer very nicely, but I couldn't use it for what it was for. So really, the money I've had hasn't been of any help. Then the university were tried to be helpful by saying, what do you need? They could offer me extra time in exams, but I'm very fast in exams, so I never stayed longer. Once they got someone to read out the exam paper for me in case that might be useful, but that was of no use at all because I could understand it by reading it. So there has been no help for me. I've still managed to get the degree in mathematics without any help, and I still have gone through all 10 of my IT jobs. I've still started 2 IT companies that have not made any money, and all of these things without any assistance from my dyslexia. But I do have dyslexia, and it means I'm terrible at spelling, and there's other things, but it's never really been a barrier in those things that I've achieved. So yeah, there you go, my dyslexia.